Hello everyone, it's been a while since I released a video. I'm sorry about that again. But today I'm going to take you through some of the things that I'm doing to the Voron, which includes 6 custom design boards, which some of them actually may be useful for you as well, because 2 of the designs are for adapting Max 31865 boards to a stick slot, kinda like the project Ray is doing on the Discord, but it's a little different. You don't have to do any SMD soldering, you just buy one of the off-the-shelf modules for it. And the custom boards that I made for the previous episode, I just did a revision on those. And sorry about my voice and my concentration, it's just I'm sick, so I already recorded this thing 4 times now, so I'm not re-recording, so hopefully this time everything goes well. So yeah, let's get to it. First of all, I will start with the 31865 board. As I said, this is just for adapting the off-the-shelf boards. This is for a smaller China version, and this is for the Adafruit version. If you are buying a new board, buy the China version. It's much smaller, much nicer looking. Don't bother with the Adafruit version. I don't know why these tabs keep moving. Anyway, yeah, you just connect pin headers here and screw the board in place and slot this into a step slot. Basically that's it. It should work with any MCU and any firmware, as long as your MCU supports SPI based steppers. It should work. And I do have a guide for using them with the Clipper firmware for Voron on the SKRs. If you're interested in that, I'll link it in the description below. And well, these 2 boards are available on my GitHub, so if you're interested in them, keep in mind I haven't tested these yet, but yeah, I will test them soon, and I don't really expect them to have any faults. So again, if you're interested in them, I'll link them in the description, so you can order these boards from any of your PCB suppliers. And well, let's get to the boards that I redid since the last episode. So first of all, this is the, I guess you could call it the motherboard of sorts, since everything plugs into this. So yeah, as you can see, this is a bit larger than the previous version. It also includes some terminals here. These are for the heatbed AC wiring. I think I have enough clearance, so this shouldn't be a safety issue there. And I have a DB9, DB15, the 17W2. 17W2 is going to the carriage as usual, but the DB9 isn't going to the A and B motors. I'll get to what I'm doing those. Instead, the DB15 is going to that area, and the DB9 is going to the heatbed board, which is a new board. So yeah, let's look at them. So this is the board that the DB15 goes to. As you can see, it has connections for A and B motors, or X and Y motors, whatever you prefer. Also has a connection for the limit switch, so limit switch will come to this board through the direct chain, and has 1 slot for expansions here, which is based on Raspberry Pi's GPIO. I have no use for them, but I had spare pins, so I put a header there. And this is a DHT 2022 slot for measuring the temperature and humidity. This is the board that's going on the carriage. So this is going behind the extruder motor. As you can see, I have 4 holes in the NEMA 17 spacing. I also have another hole here for a NEMA 14 spacing when I do the upgrade to the Galileo extruder. It has all of the connections I need. It will have standoffs here, probably 3D printed, or spacers probably. And yeah, I will just connect everything to this. And the 17W2 here will face upwards, and it will go through the umbilical cord. I'm not going to have the drag chain. I changed my mind on that, but instead I'll order some properly rated cables this time and do it umbilical cord properly. And this is the board that is going behind the heat bed. Again, it has two terminals with I think enough spacing. It has the Z limit switch connector, the bed thermistor, and the PT100 connector. The PT100 is I'm going to drill a hole and mount a PT100 there on the bed for more accurate monitoring. It's not really necessary, but at the same time it's not really costly, so I might as well do it. It also has LEDs for layer fan and hot fan. If they're running, you can see through these LEDs. It's not really necessary, but I just put them there because, well, I had spare pins on this DB9. And yeah, these are also available on my GitHub, but yeah, if you're interested you can find them in the same link. But I don't really see a reason why you'd print these unless you really like this idea, I guess. The more useful thing is these boards, which I will also make a separate video once I tested these. I'm also doing some changes with the electronics chamber on the Voron. So this is the rough CAD model of it. I didn't do a great job with it, but I think it's clear enough. So this green area just represents the Z drives and the extrusions and the skirts, removing them. And these are just 60mm fans with 90-degree aluminum brackets mounted to them. So again, by removing them as well, you can see the idea. One thing, as you can see, I have the fans flowing from the front to the back, not from side to side, and that's because the skirts are protruding underneath, and well, this is a 510 by 510mm plate which mounts to the feet holes underneath the Z-drive mounts. It goes between the rubber feet and the hole you mount the screw to. So yeah, I couldn't use the side skirts, plus I think this is actually better for airflow. I'm not 100%, but at least that's the theory. So this is the front, sorry, by the way, this is the rear. And again, getting rid of the fans, you can see the setup. As you can see, it is a 2-layer setup this time. I have the 12 and 5 volt power supplies and the SSR here, and the 24 volt power supply here. And well, this means that most of the AC wiring will be under these plates, reduces any risk of accidentally touching or dropping a metal shaving or something like that on the power supply. That's not the main reason I'm doing it like that, it's just an added benefit. The main reason I'm doing it like this is, well, the electronics chamber is a little cramped and I can't fit as many terminals as I'd like, and I can't do cable management as good as I like, so yeah, that's the main reason I'm doing it. These two are SKRs. This is a Raspberry Pi, obviously, and this is a 4 relay board with a terminal in front to make the connections a little easier, because I don't like the terminals on this, so once I mount them I won't have to remove them. And this is the this board here goes in the electronics chamber and just runs to the whatever board I need to connect. And yeah, that's the idea with this. All of this should be coming in the next Voron video, but I think it will take some time. I'm sorry about that, but you know, shipping and, well, ordering custom PCBs, etc., they take some time. So when I release the video, I want to release it like done printing this time. I don't want it to be like the last episode, so yeah, it will take some time. And in the meantime, I'll try to come up with more content, but well, most of the projects that I'm half finished with, they require a 3D printed part to actually finish, and without a 3D printer I can't do it. So yeah, I'm not promising any content until I get my Voron working again, but I'll try. And once the Voron is working, I should be able to go back to the weekly schedule of releasing videos, hopefully. And well, that's it for this video. I hope you're excited for the changes coming. If you are, please leave a like down below, and thanks for watching.